Alright, the Extravaganza series is live. Alright, the Extravaganza series is live. I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Let the shitposting begin!
Ooh.
This is not MVP baseball.
Daggum.
I need to turn my TV down.
Little loud.
Well, to say that my own voice would have caused horrendous feedback would be an understatement.
We just gotta do an ASMR broadcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the AI extravaganza from Pocono. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ASMR is so weird.
Oh, God. I'm finding the dumbest shit on YouTube.
Alright, Steven Spears, do you have the point standings?
I don't believe my mic was working. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Would you like me to say who is where?
Yes.
After 20 races in, Tim McDonald is first. Second, Craig Trojan Man Lee. Third is Matthew Dominique. 136 behind the lead, 38 points behind Craig. I did not mention it, but Tim McDonald has a 98-point lead over the field.
Whoa.
Mr. Ken is fourth in points, 30 behind Matthew Dominique. Rick Jackson, fifth in points, 14 behind Ken. Sixth, three-time winner this season, John Tharp, 39 points behind fifth place. Alex Krapser, 4 points behind John Tharp, 1 win on the year, looking to bounce back and get back to peak form. Ryan Hauser, 8th in points, has taken quite a dip in the past couple weeks. 42 points behind Alex, 265 points behind the leader, Zach, no nickname Michael. 6 points behind Ryan, sitting in 9th place, has taken quite a deep slide as well, looking to rebound and get himself another win after a disastrous New Hampshire race finish. And 10th in points is John Batista, hanging on to the chase cutoff line by 27 points over Donald Stewart.
May I mention, after Pocono, John Batista will have a new paint scheme. Lifesavers is taking a back seat on the front of the car.
That was a weird way to phrase that.
Yes. 7th in points, Donald Stewart, 27 behind 10th, looking to sneak his way into the chase. And 12th in points, Tony Pizarro, last week's winner, looking to continue his uphill climb both ways to and from school. Difficult season, 22 points behind Donald and 333 points behind the lead. He can make the chase. It's going to be quite the challenge. And Matt Reboyne, 13th in points, 18 points behind Tony. Scott Jackson, 22 points behind Matt, 14th place. 15 in points, Dave Miller, race winner this season. Been kind of quiet since. 91 points behind Scott Jackson, 464 points outside of the lead. This is going to probably be insurmountable. He will be out of the chase contention without a win. And 16 points, Johnny Reed Foley.
He is qualifying way back tonight, so he's going to stay away from trouble. He's usually good at the Pocono complex. If he doesn't know himself, if he does not finish on it, will be the end of this season as far as the championship is concerned.
Finished second here in June, so maybe big things to come tonight.
To go green. We got the number 12 and the number 138 on the front row. Green flag, green, green, green.
Look at those cars fanning out, looking to gain the edge, headed to turn 1. Alex Crapser. He's there.
Craps was looking pretty strong on the restart. Had a good bite off of turn 1.
Does it count as a restart when it's the initial start?
Tell that to Dale Jr.
Yes. Speaking of restarts, how about Bill up in 4th place?
Look at Bill Werkheiser go. He did pretty good the last Pocono race. So it's not too surprising. I think Matt Reboyne hit the wall at one point.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of cars might have bounced off the wall out of the tunnel turn.
Cars have already lost the pack. This is not a good start. Lap 2. Wow. Oh, wow. Is that not a caution?
No.
Wow, how did we miss that on the live feed even?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's not going to be the week that Rob was looking for.
Plenty of time for him to get a caution and get back in this, as long as he doesn't become part of the next one.
If they pit, I think they'll roll that down as far back as they are. But under normal circumstances, you should be able to pit and not lose a lap if you're close enough to the leader. But yes, not a good start for Rob. Matt does not need that for the championship hopes he has.
As they run, Matt Reboyne will be falling back to 14th in points.
Why does that feel like you pulled it out of your bum?
I actually had to look for a second. Now remember, there are 158 laps left in this race.
There are. No time to be impatient now. Ryan Hoyser takes the lead. Craps are dropping back to 3rd to save his tires.
Why is it that I heard that like we don't have time to be impatient?
Looking like Bill is getting a little impatient with the 04 here.
And Tony's been goosed.
Oh no.
Oh!
No.
Oh, and the motor's giving up on that one.
Oh wow, he's hit.
Oh, and he's clipped another car. He's around in the middle of the field.
Oh my god.
No!
Big crash.
Oh my god.
39 end over end, side over side.
Oh my god. Is he alright?
Yeah, we're killing people.
Oh lordy, is he alright?
I hope nobody else hit that car.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not a good look for John Batista.
It just went
Not a good... No wonder Lifesavers is stepping away. They could not save his life.
It just went from championship dream, hopeful, making the chase, to emergency situation very quickly.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. If I was that team, I'd be more worried about the driver than the chase.
If you think Russ Charneski was bad, this was almost an exact replica, only worse. He hit that ball
folks.
very hard.
Alright, folks. If you are sensitive to things of this nature, look away from the screen. Man, he hit that wall a ton. That just sucks. You know, blown motor, not his fault. Looks like Bubba Wallace with no brakes.
Oh, he just caught the end of that wall. Oh, Zach's
man.
roof cam must have been amazing on that.
Holy crap.
And that nobody collected him is amazing.
I'm a little concerned for that driver right now.
That was Dominique that blew up.
Yes, it was.
Holy shit!
Riding on board here with Zach Mike. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if... I think he hit him.
He has damage on the front end.
Wow, that's even more unfortunate.
If he had been a split second later, though, the two of them would have been going for a ride to fucking New Jersey over the wall.
Those are two guys who cannot afford incidents, and unfortunately for the 39. Wow. It's like he didn't even hit the brakes.
He was in the grass. I don't think he could brake.
If that wall didn't jut out, he might have been okay.
I thought he was going to fly over the wall for a second because his car got airborne.
Let's ride on board with the 81. I think Butter almost annihilated him again.
Oh, he almost did hit him.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Oh, that was damn close.
Well, let's look from Dominique's point of view, because he was the one that started it. Up right on the front stretch where the gears get high. Might have shifted and just blew it up. Yeah.
Also pretty lucky that the 25 didn't get spun into the field.
Yeah, the way JB hit him, he just barely missed the coming back onto the track. We're getting reports that John Batista is okay. Somehow.
Or at least as okay as he was before.
Yes. Incredible. He's too shattered to be frustrated?
Shattered to be frustrated? Is that your album title?
It's a shame he gained like 4 spots in the grass there. Couldn't slow down in time. John Batista is out of the race car.
Is that clapping?
Yes.
That clapping you hear are his fans wishing a speedy bounce back for next week.
I'm just glad it's clapping and not something else.
Every week there's about 250 John Batista fans that show up at certain parts of the racetrack. and wear the rainbow colors, Steelers colors, all sorts of colors to root this guy on. Boy, they're happy to see him get out of that. That was incredible.
Well, we had 2 early lap wrecks. Does not bode well for the rest of the race.
That's going to be huge for Matt and Rob. They're right back in it. But that was a scary crash.
Well, you know what they say about the Poconos. If you need fuel and tires, get them when you can.
It looks like Ryan's going to take some tires. Brad did not. Brad's going to come out the leader.
A little bit of strategery here.
Oh, no!
Alright, who's upside down now?
Oh, Scott. Scott has had a rough couple weeks.
Oh, dear God. No!
Ryan is having trouble. Oh, no. Looks like Randy
Backing up!
Not happy with
Backing up!
38.
Backing up!
Aaron had hit him too. This is just educated guess, but I believe the 138 is going to be coming back down pit road.
Well, the hood's all smashed in.
A devastating turn of events for Ryan. Last Pocono race didn't even start. Car would not start on the grid. So far, by lap 5, already in a pit road accident.
Was that the 46 car in the pits that I saw?
It was.
Did he have a long stop?
Oh, he's still in there. He might lose a lap.
I don't know what's going on with Kevin's machine, but part-time driver out of Michigan.
I think he's going to lose a lap here.
10th start of the season. Having some issue. Wow.
Oh, what? What? Wow!
Did the pace car blow up?
How is that possible?
Is JP still in this race?
Oh my God.
There's no way that... We need to confirm who's in that car.
Folks, I believe we got a driver change. Looks like Lucas Racing's
Tony,
backup
if
driver.
that car is still competitive, I think it proves that the damage model does not work.
John Batista is in the infield care center. Bink Lucas, ARCA prospect, has joined the race in the 39 car. They realized they could start it up somehow, and they decided, let's go for it.
Remember, the NRL extravaganza, we do not have a time limit on damage repair.
Even for drivers.
Also,
It's like-
remember that Bink Lucas has won ARCA races in Pocono. This is
And
not
they're coming right back in.
This is a track he's not unfamiliar with. Well, they
Yes.
couldn't get the seatbelt on correctly.
Yes, Bink won the June ARCA race here, and last night finished second.
In last night.
Meanwhile, Kevin is still in the pits. Let's see what happened to Kevin here.
See if Bink Lucas is gonna stay in this machine.
Just trying to get the belts tight, everything figured out. The inside of the car is misshapen because of the crash, so they have to be careful here. Oh,
Well, I gotta add a driver to the Wikipedia page.
I think Kevin might have gotten pushed past his pit and took a tow.
Oh, he is towing.
that's like a 6-minute tow here.
Yeah, that sucks. Or, you know what? Fixing a brake line. He realized his brakes went out as he was entering the pits. As you can see, if you watch the screen, you can watch Bink climb into this car.
Yep, as you can see, Bink is just continuously trying to get everything tightened. He wants to be comfortable in that car. There's still a lot of laps to go. It's almost a full race. Batista's just hanging in there. He's on top of that hospital bed, but he seems to be doing okay.
Better than being under it.
Meanwhile, teammate Alex Krapser leading the race. Now, one thing Bink has to realize, he's going to be on the bottom lane with the leaders. Can he
Not kill everyone?
Can he not kill anyone? He's not experienced in these cars, not with this horsepower. Hopefully he can just stay out of the way and keep out of trouble. Get John Batista some precious points. Here we go. Green flag. Green flag is out. Dave Miller really needs a good finish here. Looking to get the lead from the 04.
Not something we've seen in the past couple weeks, but how about Ben Gear qualifying well today? Running somewhat well so far. The Marlboro man himself.
Ben does seem to have some magic going. He has 2 top 5s in the last 2 races. Oh, looks like Tex Perry might have been involved in something here. But we're going to go 3 wide, entering turn 1. Side by side all around, you see Tyler Scott up to 9th. Looks like Dave Miller's going to hold the lead. Ooh.
Dave Miller.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And caution.
Back it out.
Oh. Oh.
Let's take a
Well,
look
the
at
46 is going again, we know that much.
Kevin Corbett is back out on the racetrack. He is currently only 1 lap down, and thanks to the yellow, he will stay just a safe lap down. Let's see the first incident with Tex Perry.
Might have to do something with that 20 car being a little impatient here.
I don't know if it was the 20 car.
Nope, looks like Craig Lee.
Wow. Craig starting towards the back, looking to get up front, but they have been a little too aggressive on that move there.
Yeah, that's a odd thing to do, to be second in points.
Yeah, it's a real fuck you move is what that is.
Let's see what brought out the caution. Whoa! Jesus.
Oh man.
Oh, baby!
Oh no.
It's like another incident for that 81 car here. Yeah, him and Jonathan. Oh, poor Rob. Yeah, it looks like in that grass, it's just hard to hit the brakes. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Looked like everyone was trying to give him room to come back up, and they didn't give themselves enough.
You know, this is the 3rd week in a row that the 54 and 114 and 68 have all been involved in the same wreck. Hate to see it for some series veterans.
Another crash. stashed for this year.
You know, it is worth mentioning that Walt is, rumors are swirling in the garage. Possible retirement. Coming here soon. Has he run the full schedule? He's missed a race.
He missed one. He's actually doing a little better than Dale is as far as the races he is in. He's finishing a little better.
Yeah. 14th at Kentucky.
Leader Dave Miller's going to take some tires. As you can tell, the pit road is pretty bunched. And Jimmy Stevens going to come out the leader. Where's he in the points?
Mr. Stevens is back in position number 20.
Looking to get a top 20 points position.
One top 5 on the year. Came at Dover. Led 2 laps in that race. I did not realize how bad of the month of July my guy has had.
What are the finishes?
33rd, 30th, and 33rd. 2 DNFs.
Ooh. Yeah, because you were doing good at New Hampshire, and then you were involved in a wreck at the end.
Yep.
Kentucky, you died. Then the week before that, I forget.
Daytona, I got in a wreck too.
Yeah, you were almost going to get a top 5, and then at the very end. Yeah, just can't avoid the accidents. Right in the middle of that pack all the time.
Tough deal, but how about this top 5? Quite interesting.
Yeah, I see Tony Long up there too. Interesting strategy. Green flag is out. Lucas seems to be holding on, holding his own.
Looks to me like they've gotten that car repaired a little bit each time he's been in the pits.
Just trying to get out of the way. No need to be impatient.
Just out here running laps, trying to get the best finish possible for Chase Hunter. It's Jonathan Batista.
Yeah, I think that 39's going to be a wounded horse the rest of the day, though. They're just trying to limp around and pick up whatever else gets destroyed.
Tony Bizzarro with the fresher tires going forward.
Looks like Tony Long and, well, just trying to hang on here, but I don't know. I think Tim's going to get the best of him. Heading into this tunnel turn. Yeah, he's slow.
I mean, when that 65 goes by, you know you're slow, right?
Yes. But that, the only Honda in the field is the points leader.
Bill Werkheiser holding his own. Tim McDonald looks pretty strong behind.
Tim, you should start Tim McDonald Motorsports. Sponsor, run Chrysler cars.
I'm not sure Chrysler even makes cars anymore.
I remember we all had that discussion of drivers who never should have started a team. Bill Elliott.
Bill Elliott. Imagine how many more wins Bill Elliott would have. Ricky Rudd.
Michael Waltrip.
No, that was gonna work if it wasn't for that Richmond race, he'd still be around.
You know, like
Darryl
the
Waltrip.
early years for Darryl were good for his team, but like after the first 3 years, like yeah, probably shouldn't have started this team.
Yeah. That was the end of Darryl. If he never did that, he would have never been that embarrassing driver just riding around.
Pretty much.
I think he would have lost his confidence. Like, if you're with Hendrick and you're 40-something years old, why would you try that? I don't understand.
It's a really good question.
Then Bill should have just, I don't know. Junior Johnson kind of fell apart on him, so he was like, well. He had a lot of teams just kind of crap out on him. It's kind of sad to think about it.
It's amazing that he won the championship when he did back in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, in the 80s, he was probably as good as Dale Earnhardt, I would think. Maybe a little bit worse because he wasn't as good on short tracks, but he was the band to beat on the speedways.
Yeah, those post Evernham days were a little odd. Not like necessarily post, but like when he raced for like that 91 car, that Evernham car.
He should have retired after Homestead.
Yeah.
In a lot of people's minds, he won that race. Obviously, Bobby Labonte did, give him full credit, but when you're that competitive towards the end, I would just say, well, I'm going out with a bang instead of just hanging around, driving part-time equipment. That's not really something you want to do. Terry Labonte did the same thing with the 44 Hendrick car, and it's like, come on. Rick Jackson is coming up on Pizarro here. It's a real strong car. Looking pretty good.
I am more impressed so far. 20 laps in almost with Bill Werkheiser.
Still hanging out in third. Look at Johnny Reed Foley. He started way in the back. Way up to 11th, battling for 10th.
Shake and Bake is going to need a miracle if he's going to make the chase, but if there's any driver with the aggression that can do it, would be him.
He needs to be that good aggressive where it's actually helping him.
Yeah.
He's got, I think, 5 races where he's finished 39th or worse this year, and that's what's killed him.
He's had 2. He's actually had 3 last place finishes. 2, and then a 41st. Wow.
Not a good season for Johnny Reed Foley. Meanwhile, Rick Jackson is now in the lead.
At this point, Tim just padding that lead, riding in 4th.
Well, that's the good thing about having a fast car. You don't have to push it. You already know you have the confidence to stay up there. So just hang in.
We're also at that point in the season where you just want to get some consistent runs because all those points are going to get wiped out when we get to the playoff.
As long as you make the chase. Dominique, he was trying to do that, and it looked like it actually ruined part of his season here. He might not make the chase after leading the points for most of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be another sub 35th place finish.
He's already got last locked up. He's not coming out.
Be a rough last 5 races, a 42nd, 25th, 38th, and an 8th place finish. Brad's got like a fast car, but he always qualifies super well, but for some reason during the race he just falls back. and then he'll surge forward again, and then he'll fall back again.
He had some really good runs in Richmond, Texas, where he won. But every now and then he just has a run where he starts up front, like you said, and falls back for whatever reason. Jackson's holding his own right now. A little up ahead. Of course, he's not a stranger to winning at this facility.
Yeah, I talked to crew chief Luke Warmwater earlier today about how they felt about that race car before the start. He was pretty confident.
Well, it's easy to be confident when you have a driver like Rick Jackson. Hasn't won a race this season, but he's shown a lot of consistency.
Sorry, I meant Falco Lombardi. My apologies. I also talked to Luke Warmwater, his cousin Scott Jackson's crew chief.
Luke Warmwater is in the hot seat right now. Scott's still hurt from that wreck several weeks ago. And he hasn't performed well, but a lot of people say it has nothing to do with his injury, and that it's the car. He's fallen back to 14th in points, or 13th in points. Forget how far back it is.
Scott, he's 14th in points.
14th in points. He's had a terrible stretch after the incident. Warmwater's in trouble.
Yogi Arnaud chasing his first championship with driver Tim McDonald. Car still looks great. But how about Bill? Carl Kirkpatrick got that machine tuned finally today. First 20 laps, 25 laps in, he's looking good.
Yeah, he knows he has the car. Just hang in there, stay in the draft, and let Rick Jackson lead the way. Of course, him and Rick were former teammates back in the day. Had a lot of success together with Randy Dobbins and Scott Jackson. Tim McDonald, as you said, never won a championship with this team. Won in the 31 car back in 2012. Rick Jackson, 3-time champion. Tony Bizzarro, 2-time champion.
Well, George Boot Dobbins looking to be a contender today. One race win on the year.
Yeah, won it at the driver's track of Martinsville. And looking to do it at a big facility this time.
19th in points. Not looking like they're going to be able to make the chase this season, but, you know, it's a good effort. Well, looks like got some trouble here with the 26 machine.
Yeah, Torres has fallen back, way back. Looks like several laps ago something happened.
Spoke to Roscoe Torres earlier in the weekend during practice, and he was not very happy with the machine that they brought to the track this week, so he's been struggling all day. Oh.
The Twisted Metal team got turned, kept going, no yellow.
A lot of grass down there to just go sliding through for days.
That's the beauty about this facility, so much space, you can just kind of ride into the grass. There's no wall to really affect you unless you're Elliott Sadler.
Well, you'll find it eventually if you keep going.
Remember, Kurt Busch got the worst of it.
Yes.
And Brad Keselowski won this race.
Yeah, it looks like got a little bit of a pack breakaway up here, up in the top, looks like 8 or so. Maybe the top 10. Leaders look to be running the same lap times.
Yeah, the top 11, Michael Henson and Dalton Lucas are not fast enough to keep up with this crew, but you'll see Ryan Hoiser battling back through the field after that pit road incident. He's trying to make up as much time as he can just to get past those two. Matt Raboyne right behind him. Scott Jackson still struggling to get through the field. Really needs a good finish today.
I think it would be an understatement to call this season a disappointment. Still 15 races left, but I don't believe that team is very happy running 14th in points right now, and they're terrible last couple weeks. Sub 25th place finishes 4 in a row.
It's not going to mean too much if he doesn't make the chase. That's something he's used to doing.
Making the chase or not making the chase?
Making the chase. He is a two-time champion, but it's been a long time since his last one. Zach Miller, good surprise in the top 10. Barely hanging on to that lead draft.
That's a team that has really turned it around the past couple weeks. A couple top 15 place finishes, and 4th and 11th. 11th at New Hampshire. Almost.
Go ahead.
Almost won the Daytona 500.
Before blowing up with a few laps to go. John Tharp would take that one, and John Tharp also won the spring race at Pocono.
Man, I am impressed with Bill's car today.
Yeah, one thing about Bill, there's certain tracks where he's just really fast at, and a lot of it's the super speedways. He's hanging tough. Him and Randy, teammates who have kind of fallen off the cliff, are hanging on in this race. Meanwhile, Tim McDonald looks to be battling a very tight race car.
I recall correctly, same issue he had back here earlier in the year.
Looks like
Wasp. Yeah. I was gonna say Wasp Motorsports as a whole has been struggling.
Scott Jackson's leading the crew, but they can only do so much with what they have currently. And they're aging. They need to get a prospect in there soon. But nobody looks to be in the running right now.
My Jeff Gordon. Whoa, look at this! 18 is not messing around today.
He's not. Back into the top 10. This is a run he needs. Both Dave Miller and Johnny Reed Foley way back in the points. Right now in the lead draft. Having a pretty good run.
Yeah, that lead pack is kind of broken away. There's about half a straightaway on the second pack back there. We're going to see who adjusts as the track changes here, but so far we got a lot of comers and about to see who's going to be the goers. Get a Henson back there.
Michael's hanging on to front of that lead draft for a while now for the second pack. Randy Dobbins is going to get past the points leader. Here comes Bill.
He's been setting up this move for a couple laps here, and looks like he's finally going to complete it.
Just saving those tires, looks to have his eyes on Rick Jackson.
Looks like Zach's still stuck back in that nest back there.
Yeah, Zach's all the way back in 31st right now. Looks like that damage he got from John Batista is killing him. Probably more than we thought.
That is not going to be good for his chase hopefuls here, sitting at 9th in points. Well, it ain't great.
Got a lot
Everything's
of
great.
Pizarro back up to the second position. Meanwhile, Tim McDonald has dropped back to 11th.
He's fallen quite a bit. Might have got ran out of the groove here. Just kind of playing it safe, keeping it off the ball. Got a 98-point lead in the points. No need to be too aggressive here. This is not a playoff track, so not too much to be gained.
It's the last Pocono race of the season. We're finally getting to that point where we're running the same track twice, or for the second time, I should say. But these guys running side by side here, we're going to be losing that lead draft.
Yeah, it's looking like those race to win teammates are going to be gapping the field here shortly. Johnny Reed Foley.
Foley's got a pretty good car, I think. He's just mired back with all the hill-handling race cars in the lead pack. If he can get a good draft, he might be able to catch back up.
It seems like Bill is faster when he's on the bumper of the 12, but when he sets up to make a pass, he just loses that speed.
I agree, Bill's just comfortable riding right behind. He's not usually in this position lately, so I don't think he's too concerned where he is in the top 5. He just wants to be there. You can see way back in the screen, Ryan Hoyser is catching back up to the field.
If you're a fan of that NOS Energy 138, you are probably happy. Rough couple of weeks. Early half of the season, was a serious contender. Lately been kind of wavering. Yeah, it just looks like he's losing the nose coming off the one there and can't get the throttle back down quickly. It's all it takes here, folks. A little bit of throttle and you can find yourself in 30 seconds.
Still not far back. well because of the lap. Still on the same straightaway as Lucas. Still first position.
Tony Long in front of him?
We got a problem.
Oh, smoke.
Another one blowing up down the front.
We got someone blown up here up high. Go low, 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 low. Jesus Christ.
It's going to be the 78 car. Alan
That was almost a bunch of smashed Coke cans.
Yep, you know, that has not been the season. I mean, that has been the summation of the season for Alan Nesvetter. Things going well and just running his race, and by goes the motor.
It's going to be another dire day for Alan Nesvetter. A lot of cars that were already far back had to check up for that, and they're even farther back now. But in the end, Alan Nesvetter got the worst of it. Bink Lucas still hanging tough.
Just looking to climb out of that 41st position.
John Batista is getting shipped to a local hospital just for observation.
Being shipped. Like, put him in packing tape and put him in a box.
Airshipped on a helicopter by FedEx.
So he will not be here for the rest of the weekend.
It's pretty early to say, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and just wager that the top 5 here are probably going to be the winners of the race. These guys have stayed consistently fast, and we've been probably on about a 35 lap run almost.
These are the 6 best. Oh man, these are the best 6 handling cars of the race, other than maybe Ryan. I think Ryan has a good shot to win this as well.
Looks like Bill's starting to lose the nose a little bit on his car. Tires are wearing.
This is a good time for the tires to finally start be wearing. I think the other cars haven't.
Finally start me wearing.
Oh, look at this!
I think if he was smart, he'd back up, which looks like it's exactly what he's going to do. That opens the door for Randy Dobbins, as Bill tries to take second.
You know, at about 60 more laps onto the lap count, I think Dave Miller takes that shot. A little too early to go 3 wide. Looks like everyone's going to be okay. Looks like we're coming in for tires. First pit stops of the day.
A lot of cars coming in on the same lap.
Rick Jackson, Bill, Tharp, Foley, Miller. Everybody should be going 4 tires here. Like, Rick Jackson had a slow stop.
Yeah, Bill's going to come
We have
out.
a caution.
Ooh, I don't think that's going to affect much. Everyone should be able to stay on the lead lap regardless.
If anything, it'll probably hurt the people that stayed out.
Yeah, those people that stayed out, that's not going to be good. Looks like...
Actually, I'm wondering how they're going to score this here. I think several cars might have been trapped.
You may.
Wow.
Yeah. I think some cars are going to get scored in the back here.
I'm pretty sure Ben's a lap down. Lugster's a lap down. Speedy. Scott Jackson.
Oof.
Tex Perry. Tony Long, Brandon Rains, Broderick, Adam. Yeah, they're all going to be a lap down.
It was unfortunate timing for a caution. We'll see what brought it out here shortly. Yeah, that's a terrible time for the caution to come out. That's weird.
I didn't see anyone spin out coming into the pit, so I'm wondering where it happened.
Yeah, I just saw the lights come on and I'm like, oh.
Well, it looks like a few cars in the back of the field had a bit of an incident.
Oh dear.
No. The 65 looks to be involved.
God, it's probably two teammates, me and Zach.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Dalton Lucas.
Yeah, Dalton just went in there really hard. Maybe a few cars were indicating their intent to pit, and he didn't see it.
Oh, wow. Craig Lee involved. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he wheel hopped or lost the brakes or what happened there, but... Wow. He just drove right into the back of Jonathan.
What gets me is that a bunch of cars pitted right after that. I think they would have stayed out.
Yeah, that is odd. Including him.
I wonder if they'll get penalized, because a lot of those are a lap down. They might get penalized too.
Not the day that the second in points needed so far, and yeah, just nowhere to go. To merge back on, and looks like he got cleaned out by Scott Deutsch.
I think Lucas is going to stay only one lap down. That's good for him.
See how this cycles.
Yeah, a lot of cars that stayed out, they're going to get not as screwed as Ben and Lugster and Scott, but they're going to end up towards the tail end of the field.
A lot of cars coming down pit road.
Rick Jackson taking a stop and go.
Topping off on the fuel. Craig Lee coming in again.
Craig's already that far back, might as well just take some fresh rubber.
Alright. Looks like the 12's going to get off pit road first of these cyclers.
The only one that stayed out was Randy Dobbins. That's it. That's interesting. We got all these cars that are still technically on the lead lap here. Oh, a lot of them are going to come in.
And he taking a gamble here. And that they do, including Bink Lucas.
I'm not sure why they would pit here. They were ahead of the leader. Granted, they might be ahead of the leader anyway, because they'll be on the bottom and several cars at the tail end still stalled out. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of them just came in for quick stop and goes. Preparing for fuel runs.
Right now it's Scott Jackson, Tex Perry, and Tony Long ahead of the leader. Going to be a lot of lap traffic to work with for the leaders.
Odds-on favorite. Oh yes.
The interesting thing is, guys like Tim McDonald who are battling ill-handling race cars. How are they going to do in this run? Can Craig Lee catch back up? Can Ryan get back to the front? We're about to find out. Green flag is out.
Lap cars are racing each other. That's interesting.
Well, they're all fighting to get it back.
Whoa! Man, Dobbins is just nowhere to go.
He's digging as best as he can, but the whole track is blocked. Oh, Ben.
Holy cow.
Ben just came in.
Looks like you might have a restart violation.
Wow, that's as tough as it gets right there. Having to take that penalty after already getting screwed with the yellow flag during green flag pit stops. Ouch.
Andy Dobbins is doing a pretty good job getting through this lap traffic.
He's gotten by several of them so far in that inside lane.
Oh wow, contact and mid pass. Oh!
Think Lucas involved. Glenn hard into the inside wall. Back out
Oh!
onto traffic.
Scott Deutsch involved. Oh, cars are piling in. Torres involved.
Ryan involved. That's what happens when you get so bunched up and you got cars back there that are too fast and some are too slow. And Glenn got the worst of it.
Part-timer this season. Tried to make as many events as possible. Fell out of the top 35 in points.
Well, he's trying to hightail it back to the pits, but I think the best thing he could have done there was just go in. Now he's going to have to go around the whole track one time.
And fortunately, he's laying a lot of fluids down.
He is. Oh, man.
We're definitely going to get a debris caution because of that. 4 to go, debris caution.
Damn.
Well, 10th place at Kentucky 2 weeks ago, and we'll see what can happen here, but, you know, he might be looking at a 41st place finish.
They might be able to come back out, but they're going to be severely slow if they do.
A lot of damage on that driver's side door. That's unfortunate.
I believe the car's still running.
Been told to use the access roads when he can.
Yep. He's spinning into his oil, so he's not doing the best job of staying on the access road. But he's able to maintain 116, so it's not a bad pace for a blown-up car.
Everybody's coming in.
Yep, tires are important.
Looks like Ryan's got some damage on his car as well.
Yeah, he was involved heavily in that crash.
Let's see what the 12 does here.
Is going to come back out first.
Looks like he got... Randy Dobbins decided to take his pit stop now. He's going to be coming about 7th. Or 8th.
Ben Gear is still in the pit road. Looks like his day might be over, because he's been in there for a few laps now.
Might not have been a black flag.
I think he just had a problem and decided to park it. Well, Let's see what happened to Glenn.
That's... Looks like they were just racing.
Ooh, looks like Glenn hit the wall coming off of turn 2 and bounced right into Michael Henson.
Ryan had absolutely nowhere to go. Just a little bit of contact there. Glenn definitely got the worst of it, and then he comes up and hits Torres and Scott Deutsch.
You think that would have been worse, considering how fast he came back up onto the track? Good thing is Zach Michael and Craig Lee were able to navigate these
It's all relative. Yeah, you know, you just gotta feel bad for this 16 team. Had absolutely nowhere to go.
They could have gone a little higher, but I think they had a car to their outside. Meanwhile, Scott Jackson and Tex Perry both got their laps back. That's huge for Scott. That might have been a chase saver right there.
Looks like 2 tires.
Yep. You see a lot of people taking stop and goes, but the 2 tires really seems to be the strong way to go here. Unless it's a super long run, then you can take 4 and feel okay with it. It's going to be a similar situation, not as many lap cars in the way, but Dalton Lucas, Rob Scarberry. Donald Stewart really needs to have a good finish here. He can't afford to be a lap down this early. You can see Zach Michael all the way up to 8th. Rick Jackson down to 10th after this series of yellow flags here. Steven Spears just barely outside of the top 10. You got Aaron Cummings into the top 10. Here we go. Green flag. Green flag is out. Whoa, whoa, no! Dobbins.
Oh no. Oh, we got a big wreck in the front here. Mike Joy reaction.
I don't know if that's going to bring out a yellow. They all went into the grass. Caution is not out. Wow. That was right in the front of the field. Randy, who was leading not so long ago, is now not in good shape.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate. Running well, and yeah, looks like guys just getting a little aggressive.
Yeah, coming off of turn 1, Dalton and Matt got into it, and then started the chain reaction. Look at Dave Miller. Save that race car after getting hit. Incredible.
Fortunately, I think he's gonna be okay. A little bit of a door slam, but it's a wonder that that wasn't a worse accident.
Right in front of the field. Fortunately, they just on a lane, grass, and probably for Randy was trying
What
to
up?
say Dobbins.
How about our points leader getting through there? Incident that happened near him. I'm sure that was an uncomfortable feeling.
A separate accident in the back involving Michael Henson.
Yeah, it looks like he just ran that old farts racing machine up into the wall.
Yeah, it's been a very terrible year for Dale. He's, not
Riding on board with Tim here and just right in front of him through here.
That was some excellent awareness. He was able to see Alex Krapser slow up in time, and
Yeah, he didn't panic.
yeah, did an excellent job just getting right through.
Usually, like, you see the AI, like, swerve left into the accident. That's a beautiful onboard from Brad. If any fan at home ever wondered how aggressive that 18 driver is, take a look at this.
He knew where to go, and he went right there. Back into the top 10.
Race back here, and there was no caution, so
probably screwed more than anybody was Rick Jackson. He's way in the back now.
Oh, I see that.
Time.
Oh, looks like 20 cars getting a little frustrated with the 39, but
They blame him. Bill's way back there as well.
oh, 3 white. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. Torres just ran Rick into the wall.
Barely scraped the wall. Keeps on trucking.
We got some heavy hitters back here. Chase contenders, John Clark. Jackson 5th and 6th in points.
Jackson showing some not so good gestures to the big Lucas team.
I believe he just said he was number 1. I miss when drivers used to do that. Just right in the
I wish
onboard.
when commentators used to do it too.
Hey, if I want to show, I'll show.
Yes.
Jackson back to 24th.
Finally gets by that 26 machine. Raced him cleanly despite being ran into the wall. Ryan having a tough day still, breaking into the top 20.
He was just involved in an accident.
How about Bill? All the way back here again. There's a lot of guys back here. I didn't realize Scott was back here too, Scott Jackson.
Yeah, he was trying to work his way back up through the field after being a lap down.
Looks like Michael Henson may have had a problem.
I think he was involved in that crash on the backstretch.
Yeah, that Lucas Racing 39 machine is pretty slow.
Zach Michael looking to rebound. Racing Ryan Hoyser and Steven Spears for the 14th position.
still in the race car.
There is some wondering whether this team makes this up next year.
Action Ice, the single car operation. Unsure of their future at the moment. Yeah, I think Zach's still got... I think that damage is still affecting him. Which is weird. But it is nose damage, so...
Yeah, they're still battling that downforce issue with the front car. Alex Krapser gets the third spot. Tim McDonald looks to be having a better handling car than the first run. Also battling for fourth.
55 machine is not on the lead lap. Racing to get a lap back, though.
And boy, he needs it. He needs to get as many spots as he can in this race. Consistency's been his key this year, and he needs to finish on the lead lap to continue that streak. Meanwhile, up front, it's been an R2W day.
Yep. That machine is starting to pull away.
How many laps has Ryan led, and how many laps has Tony led this season?
Referring to himself in the third person, Tony Pizarro.
Tony Pizarro.
Tony Pizarro has led 953 laps. Ryan has led 975, two of the most dominant race cars in the series, and they are both 8th and 12th in points respectively. Tony 12th. Dominant race cars, you know, each have 5 DNFs. Is a product of the current points system.
Consistency means everything, but it's going to be interesting to see who breaks 1,000 first.
These cars are charging back up through the field. Ryan and Scott and Bill. Rick.
I think Rick's got the dominant car of the day. He just needs to get back up there. Flying the big guys.
Gonna pass Rookie of the Year contender and Rookie of the Year leader, Adam Krapser.
Adam hasn't had a very good season. He started out kind of okay, but it's been a bit troublesome ever since. I think his last good run was Richmond.
Rick is flying.
He's hooked.
On Phonics.
All right, now Alex Krapser has the only 177 mile an hour lap. Fastest lap so far. Rob Scarberry has the slowest fastest lap, 175.1.
It is unfortunate that Alan Nesvetter ran the second quickest lap of the race and is out with a mechanical failure.
Maybe he was running too quick.
Maybe that's why it doesn't load up.
I started a race like that one time, open setups, with 65% tape on. Oh god. Whoa, Craig Lee, that's dangerous. Wow.
Craig Lee puts Jonathan in the wall.
You know, that hot 48 hot header racing machine has had quite the season. A lot of incidents on the track. Ran well at Kentucky. Finished 7th. Yeah, it looks like Rick just got in there a little bit hot.
Still a lot of fast cars that need to work their way up through. Even Ryan and John are having trouble, but Craig and Rick are having no trouble. Craig's all the way up to the top 10. He's battling a lap car and again 9th and 8th right now. Meanwhile, up front we got Johnny Reed Foley, Dave Miller, Tim McDonald, and Alex Krapser. All battling.
Aaron Cummins riding quite well so far in that 7th place position. Metal Yellow Racing.
He's had a few good runs at Pocono, just majorly struggles at the short tracks. Known to be pretty competitive at Daytona and Talladega.
That 55 machine he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's probably the fastest car other than the 12 right now in that pack. Just a shame he went a lap down. Really bad timing on the pit stop.
Points leader Tim McDonald. Another day running 6 so far. Top 10 all day long.
Doing an excellent job. Avoided a few wrecks and really been in the top 10 all day. Hasn't been a factor for the lead though. It's been close. Make any decent charges. And of course, as I say, Donald Stewart's the fastest. He's getting passed.
There's no scrub in the Quantum Racing Dodge Viper. Viper Boyne, 2nd place, looking to make the chase.
Looks like Adam Krapser just came out of the pits. But
The old... Whoa!
But yeah, we've got Matt Raboyne, Donald Stewart, who's having a tough day, Johnny Reed Foley, Dave Miller. All 4 of those guys are outside of the top 10, but just barely. Scott Jackson being the other, who's still mired back and got his lap back. So we got a lot of cars right in the mix of things. Staying relevant, so hopefully they can get into chase contention. Especially with Matthew Dominique out and John Batista with his horrendous incident.
It is worth mentioning, Tony Pizarro was only 49 points out of 10th place in the standings at the start of this race. The Batista machine is back. Certainly going to finish probably in the 38th position or worse. Donald Stewart, the guy he's racing for 11th place, is currently a lap down. It's a good day for Tony so far if he wins this race.
Tony's doing an excellent job. Just holding his pace. He knows he has no competition behind that's too strong to catch up. The 44 and the 12 have the packages down today. But anything can change. Aaron Cummings falling back to 11th place.
Approaching halfway, 12 or so laps. Zach Miller still hanging on. A decent day so far. As long as he can put together a finish.
Zach's not completely out of chase contention, but if he's in, it'll be a miracle. Because he's been way out all season.
Look at that Johnny Reed Foley machine.
Look at that horse.
I'm serious. Look at the 18. All but counted him out at the start of this race, and now I'm not so sure.
He's doing an excellent job just staying in there. Heard word that the 54 is back onto the track. perhaps are using those 4 fresh tires to possibly get past the leader here.
Fortunately, not the day the rookie was looking for, but he is a rookie out here taking laps, learning from Tony. Not a bad idea.
Not at all, but it would be better to pass him. I think he's going to do it coming out of this corner.
This is a good I hope all the crew chiefs are watching this. This will show the importance of 4 fresh Goodyear tires.
Absolutely.
Man, Glenn, he must be down probably 30 miles an hour. It's probably 20.
It won't affect him too much though. This type of track, there's so much space to get around.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there is a lot of space here.
And he can draft too. I mean, the draft somewhat helps. There's the car pulling a little bit of a wake off him as they enter into turn 1, getting a little bit of a slingshot. No issues for the top 8 cars, 6 cars actually, to pass the lap traffic. To McDonald. Race car seems to be coming around.
I'm sure he's still not as fast as he'd like to be, but he's able to keep it right in that top 5 up to 3rd.
Looks like he's going to bring Johnny Reed Foley with him. Past Dave Miller. A lot of skid marks on the track, jeez.
Accidents coming out of turn 1. We've had an accident coming out of 1, 2, and 3 today.
That's right, folks. What turn 4? There is none. Welcome to Pocono.
Turn 4 is that turn to the garage.
Man, that's depressing. So true, though. John Tharp battling back there, looking like he's in the 15th position. Still trying to claw his way up.
It's interesting to see a guy that was so successful at this track earlier this year and now bringing the same car struggling.
Yeah, you know, King Joe Dawkins, you know, I don't know. Well, I didn't get a chance to speak to his crew chief before the race, but, you know, King Joe brought a great machine here in June, and just not working out today so far. Still well over 80 laps to go, 86, so a lot can change. Look at all those fast cars coming to the field too. Craig, Scott, Tharp, Rick Jackson.
I don't know how fast they truly are right now. These are cars that are usually fast, but other than Rick Jackson, maybe Craig, maybe, well, definitely Ryan. Let's see anyway.
Looks like Zach Michael is clawing his way up into the maybe 16th position.
He's busy battling Walt, Tony Long, and Tex Perry. Trapped in that 16th position. Walt's having a pretty good day. Must have some people thinking maybe he should come back another year, outperforming the 11.
Yes, the future is unknown for that team, but 2 quality finishes in a row. 14th at Kentucky and a 27th at New Hampshire.
Tony Pizarro has pulled away. Tim McDonald up to second. Johnny Reeve Foley third. But that draft from the 4 fresh tires of Adam Krapser, that's all Tony needed to just plow out, dominate here.
Oh yeah, plow out.
I hope Yogi Arnaud is well aware of this strategy call for later in the race.
The good news is they'll have to make pit stops again, and maybe Pizarro will lose a lug nut.
Oh yeah, you lost lug nuts, yeah.
Wait, something's wrong.
Come on, the air race is jammed.
Just the way that the sound clips are put together is hilarious.
It sounds like they're in 3 different studios with 3 separate, like, sayings.
That 04 is having a great day so far. Ideally wants to win the race, but this team will gladly take a top 10 after the past 3 weeks. Top 5 included.
When this guy came through the ranks, he was actually the number 40. But because of Harrison James being the only driver to have his number retired...
Well, that's not 100% true.
What's the 100% true?
The 3 was also retired by the NRL. And
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but that is NASCAR. Even though it is retired, because we have plenty of respect for the NASCAR organization, the 40 is the only one that is Extravaganza Series sanctioned to be retired.
I'm taking notes for the wiki page.
So he became the 04 backwards, and that's why he is not becoming the 4 like his brother Adam.
Team has had a couple great qualifying runs this season. Just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
What's their average qualifying run this year?
12th,
That's pretty good.
finishes 16th.
I think Ryan, me, and maybe Rick are better. Maybe Craig's better, I don't know.
Yeah, Tony, yours is 9th, and your average finish is 19th.
Too many DNFs.
I want to see what Ryan's is. That's got to be interesting. 7th and 17th. And he's still 8th in points. That's crazy. Oh, halfway through the race. Certainly is not over. About 81, 82 laps to go, but that 12 car is the car to beat.
He's also had some good runs this season that fell apart late in the race, though, so don't count those chickens yet, folks.
It's not over at all, especially with the 44 coming in.
Yes, Neil Justice has to keep up the track and the strategy. Make sure he makes the right calls. Don't look now, Craig Lee is in 9th place. Second in points, clawing his way back up to get some padding, along with the points leader Tim McDonald.
Craig's another car that might be as good as Rick Santoni's right now. But yeah, if Craig and Tim can have good finishes here, they're going to be well in good shape. Because after this, there's only 4 races left until the chase.
2 road courses coming up as well.
That's going to be huge for Tim and John Batista. After this run, hopefully he'll be okay and we'll be able to run them both without much pain.
Bink Lucas still logging laps.
He's still running out there, just doing everything he can. Learning the horsepower, learning the car. Probably won't be in a Lucas Racing ride for some time. He's an ARCA driver, and we already have the young Adam Krapser.
I gotta ask you, how frustrating is it to be the lugster machine right now? Stuck running with the leaders, just not on the lead lap.
Knowing that you're that fast, that's gotta be tough.
It's just been one of those seasons for him.
Well, I would say it's been the opposite, actually. He wasn't expected to do much, done a lot. Not a lot of bad luck until today. And even with that, he's still got a car that's capable of getting a good finish.
Led one lap at Michigan, the one that counted, won in the race, qualifying from the 24th position.
A lot of drivers had some good finishes that weren't expected. Rob almost won. Well, here we go.
Hands are out the window and we are pitting. Looks like Tim, you are the first to pit. Negative, you are I think Randy was the first to pit.
Yeah, Randy and Dalton came in first. Dalton mired way back in the field, though. Randy as well, after that incident, never recovered. Taking 4 fresh tires.
Is Ben Gear out of the race?
Yeah, he's been sitting there for about 30 laps now at least.
All good so far. Last green flag stops. We did have a caution. We're still good now.
Ken Pettit's going to grab 5 bonus points. Still staying out.
Leading pack is in. Let's see what Tony Pizarro does here.
It looks like Pizarro is going to come out same distance he came in.
Great stop by that 12 team. Comes the leading cars, pit first. Interested to see where McDonald cycles to.
Ken Pettit and Zach Michael stretch their fuel out big time. Wonder if that's going to play a factor later in the race if we don't have a yellow.
Fortunately, I don't think the 20 led a lap, so...
He did not.
You know, if I was in his position, I probably would have stayed out and took that 5 extra points, being where I'm at in points.
I think they stayed out too long. They're lucky to have made it. 1 lap's too long here. Better to just come in and deal with the fact that you haven't led.
Here come the leaders. Oh boy.
They're going to be way back.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Got the 2 slow cars on the track right in front of the 22. Stuck right behind them.
Damn lap cars.
Well, it looks like we're going to have ourselves a little bit of an extended lead at the end of it here. Zorro and the crew did a great job.
It's the beauty of having that first pit stall. You don't get in anybody's mess. You just go in, go out. No questions asked.
Ken hanging on to the 9th place position. Aaron Cummings hanging on to the top 10.
He's had a really good day. Still 28 cars on the lead lap.
That's a lot.
We got Ryan still back in 20th. Bill fast early, 19th. Zach Michael 16th. Dave Miller back to 14th. Scott Jackson 13th. Right now Tony's using Dalton Lucas's draft to carry on forward.
You know, Bill Wertheiser just back in the 19th position.
Oh!
Lose the clean air. Oh, that's unbelievable.
That's one way to get out of the leader's way, my goodness.
Oh, into the fence!
Dalton.
Yeah, not quite sure what the 88 driver was thinking there, guys, but all is well. And
Shit.
it's an instance of looking in your mirror a little too hard. All is well for the leaders. Still green. Leaders actually gained 2/10 on that lap. Tony's looking quite strong.
Got two different battles going on. The battle for second and the battle for fourth. McDonald looking to pass Matt Reboyne. Got a long way to go to the 12.
It'll only take one caution, though.
That is very true.
I'm almost certain we're gonna have a debris caution because of that. Like, I'm still waiting for it. Looks like the field is spread out pretty well. A bunch of individual packs in between.
Zach Miller still in the top 10.
Another unfortunate finish, probably going to round out the day for Glenn here, but coming off of two really strong finishes.
Two best finishes of the season.
Putting a top 10 at Kentucky. Miller just like, here, pass me. I don't want to be in 6th.
How did John Tharp gain that much time? He was way back in 14th.
Setting a really good pace right now.
Yeah, we were saying how much he was struggling, and now looking pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
He did win this Pocono race in June by leading only 4 laps. Not much of a lap leader, just a closer.
Yeah, he's only led like 100 laps, won 3 races. Pretty incredible. Daytona 500.
Did finish 3rd at Sonoma. 2 road courses coming up. May surprise some.
Jackson having some trouble.
Jackson license flexing?
Losing a lot of spots.
Yep. Miller putting the power down here off turn 3 and likely gonna get a opportunity to pass him here. Aaron Cummins back down to 11th place. Craig Lee, top 10. Still working.
He's barely hanging on to the tail of that draft, but he's losing every little bit as this pack pulls away.
Every little thing you do is magic.
Tony Pizarro out to a 4.2 second lead. May even be a little higher. Maintains a 4.
420 Joe Spears.
It was, but it probably would have been better with John Tharp leading.
John Tharp, speaking of John Tharp, he has eclipsed the fastest lap, 177.3, miles ahead of anyone else tonight.
Climbed up to the highest position on the board, fastest lap category.
Slowest, fastest lap is still Rob Scarberry at that 175.1. Cannot get a quick lap.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of issues over in NSRA Racing, inconsistently. Zach Michael, their strongest driver.
Zach Michael only at 16th. That kind of shows the deal for today. Not a very good day. Ryan, another guy that's struggling, racing with Steven Spears. Tyler Scott, all the way back in 20th.
Dale hanging on to the lead lap. One of his better finishes of the season
So far.
so far.
Dale's just hanging on. He's got nobody in front of him, nobody behind him. Just kind of riding.
Not been the year that the drivers wanted, but things happen.
Thank you, Forrest.
It's not expected for him to do too much. He's just doing what he wants to do, just hang around the sport and qualify for the races as much as he can. Last year he qualified for all of them. Year before he didn't, and before that he always qualified for all of them. So it's been a slight disappointment, but he's still having fun out there. David Ortiz is giving some props to the Pizarro machine after getting shot.
Okay.
He is okay, just was released from the hospital.
A run like this must be making him feel better because he is gone. Nobody's even near him right now.
Don't look now. John Tharp may end up catching the 22 machine. Move himself into the second position. Looking to close another race at Pocono here. Qualified 19th in June.
I think he already did.
Yes, he did.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That was so random.
Just pretend that that didn't happen. Okay, so let's look at the past from John Tharp.
We went forward in time.
Oh, Tony.
Tunnel turn. Tharp knows he has a fast car. 15
He really does. He really does have a fast car right now. Holy crap. Tim says, I will go high, and you can go high as well.
I will take the high road, and you will take the also high road.
I get a drink on the back.
I think it's a time for a word from our sponsors.
Sponsors. Words. Advertisement. Excitement. Stock photos. Stock videos. Smiling people. 1-800 number to pharmaceutical reps. Goodyear commercial. He's got a name.
But it is not Stacy.
KFC commercial.
Yes, I am.
I bet you get recognized a lot.
I was a pretty good ball player.
You were?
Some people thought so.
Sorry, we recognize you from those Nugenics commercials.
Oh, yeah? That's great.
So does Nugenics really work?
Oh, yeah. I really can feel the difference. My workouts are better, and I feel a lot more energetic.
I wish my husband would use Nugenics.
It's so easy to get started. All you have to do is send one simple text.
Text 321-321 and enter demand for a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Its unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help a man feel stronger, leaner, more energetic, and more passionate.
And you're going to like the difference, too.
Text 321-321 and enter demand for a complimentary bottle of Nugenics. Samples are not available in stores. Text 321-321 and enter DEMAND.
Back to the NRL Extravaganza series. Yes.
Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape that can instantly patch, bond, seal, and repair.
More than 2 million children die each year due to dehydration, which relays suction up. So would you do something about that? Well, hey, check out this mop I've got here. It's called the Smart Mop. All you gotta do is dunk it and grip it real tight, you know? Give it a nice double-ended Indian burn right there on the PP, and you're ready to clean. Now, what's great about this...
I don't know, I just typed in commercial meme and that was what came up. song from every 90s teen rom-com ever.
Quite a battle here for, like, everything behind Tony.
Well, Tharp is flying up the
But
field.
we are
He's
all
actually,
catching him.
yes, Tony's actually being caught here.
I think I finally wore out my tires.
Yes, you've lost a second in the last
I think
4
you wore out
laps.
your Red Sox.
Yet somehow Zach Miller is still in this race. Surprised he has not been involved in an accident.
Hello?
Hello.
That is.
Welcome to the AI extravaganza, Kevin.
Oh, cool. Another race where I won't be doing anything.
No, you're in this one.
Another pointless day where I accomplished nothing.
Oh, where can I see this?
On the Tony Pizarro Twitch.
NRL on Twitch is
Send the
presented
link,
by
please.
FlexTape.
We're currently running 31st.
Oh.
Or meeting John Batista.
I
Well,
believe
that's
you,
good news.
you had trouble on pit road and had to be towed because the AI glitched.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well,
That sounds like my kind of luck.
the AI didn't necessarily glitch. They just you got hit and then you missed your stall and had to tow.
That sounds like my kind of luck in N4 in general.
But you're hanging on, ready for that top 30 bound day.
I guess it's better than free and nothing.
Yeah, it's better than being, I don't know, Nico Hulkenberg.
I'll take your word for it.
Or Charles Leclerc, or,
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton. Motas also had shitty days. It was great.
We all know it's Hamilton's fault.
Look, if a Toro Rosso finishes on the podium, some stupidness happened.
Hey, I'd like to listen to this with audio, but I can't stand hearing our voices 3 times over.
Then listen to it without audio, like the rest of us.
That's what I'm doing now.
One of us.
Tell me
You
your...
can speak and talk to us on a 5-minute delay.
Wouldn't it be something if Zach Miller was able to win this race?
It would be probably the most outrageous thing to happen this season.
Hey, Tony, looks like someone's talking shit in your chat.
That's every day. They're probably saying this is not baseball.
No, this sucks. Our factor is better.
Yeah, okay.
Did you ever try that Arca sim racing game that was off the R Factor engine? It was terrible.
I wouldn't say it was terrible. It was okay, but it wasn't terrible, and considering it's freeware now, it's pretty good for free. I mean, I wouldn't run it every day or recommend anyone really download it, but if you download it, I'm not going to tell you to delete it either.
I might.
Of course you would, Tim. You're a cynic.
I would tell you to download it and use that space on your hard drive for really weird pornography instead.
Moving on.
Tony, I believe you have lost 2 seconds on your lead to John Tharp.
Yeah, it's not looking too promising anymore. Tharp's
Yeah,
got the car.
that whole group is coming. Speaking of weird pornography.
Oh, that's great. You're not even using an up-to-date version of Pocono, you douche.
there any
That's awesome.
up-to-date versions?
No, they're all terrible. There are no good versions of Pocono.
In fact, this is the better version of Pocono, where the track actually doesn't look like a parking lot on the back stretches.
Yes.
Paradise, put up a parking lot.
I'm a big, like, I absolutely hate that tracks are paving all their grass. It's driving me nuts.
It makes the track look terrible. Most of NASCAR's visual appeal, and if you get rid of that, it's just... Now let's do a round out through the field. We got Tony Pizarro first. Led the most laps today. May have clinched his 1,000th lap lead of the season. Looking for win number 5. David Ortiz is happy. Second is John Tharp. Zigzag struggled today. Won 3 races so far. In fact, it's a combined 7 wins on the season for the top 2. He's up to second.
I love that we keep coming back to David Ortiz.
Ken Pettit, Marley Man himself, up to third. Had a good run. Where is he in points? Like third, fourth, fifth? Fourth. Having another good run. Looking to stay way ahead in the chase contention.
This stream chat is hilarious.
Fourth is Zach Miller, pulling off a miracle run after some bad runs this season, looking to get into the top 18 in points. Fifth is Johnny Reed Foley, way back in the points chase, looking to possibly get right back in. Got 4 more races to go after this, a few road courses, looking to get into the top 10. Seventh is Alex Krapser, Pennzoil Machine, in the top 10 points, struggled early on this season, looking good again. 7th points leader Tim McDonald, just needs to finish okay, and he'll be just fine. 8th, Rick Jackson, looks strong for half of the race, and now just kind of mired back, taking his time, looking to catch that number 12. 9th, Mr. Scott Jackson, struggled early on, caught his way back up, actually went a lap down at one point. Looking to get back into that top 10 in points. Keeps getting finishes like this, he'll do it. 10th is Dave Miller, mired way. Actually, no, where is Dave Miller?
He's crashed.
He is in 10th. He just passed Matt Raboyne. He was mired way back, 15th in points, looking to carry on forward with some top 10. 11th, Mr. Matt Raboyne, outside of the top 10 points, but stays consistent as he was earlier in the year. He'll probably make it in. 12th is probably the fastest man alive the last 3 races, other than maybe Zach Michael. Craig Lee. He has 2 straight top 3 finishes. Looking to maybe get another win to his resume tonight, catching back up to the field, but not looking as good as maybe he'd hoped for. 13th, Mr. Jonathan Scrabix, having an excellent run today in the Boeing 48 Impala machine. 14th, Aaron Cummings, has been in the top 20 all day. 15th, William Tex Perry, involved in an incident early, but somehow, miraculously, staying in charge as Bill Werkheiser comes out of the pits. Oh man. Bill having a very tough day tonight. Hoping to have it not continue.
What is night? Does want his night to end?
There was so much in that to unpack. He's having a terrible day tonight.
Zach Michael also having a terrible day
Beautiful
tonight.
Sunday, Monday.
16th, drafting with Walt Flowers, who's having an excellent day. In the 17th position. Just kind of riding along, hoping for a yellow. 18th, Tyler Scott, having an excellent day, racing with Rocket Man Ryan Hoyser, who was mired all the way back in 19th position, and is looking to make a pit stop.
Whoa, look at this!
We got some of the leaders in already.
Hey look, I showed up on camera for once.
Kevin Corbett up to the 29th position. Zach Miller.
Hey, my car's handling like shit. I gotta fire all my European, German son of a bitch engineers.
Hey, you're doing a good job, sir.
Apparently I didn't pay them enough sauerkraut.
Well, there's the problem. You're trying to pay them in sauerkraut instead of money.
It's kind of lacking their motivation there a little bit. Got the Jacksons in there, Matt Raboyne and Craig Lee. They should have to make one more stop from here.
And here I come down pit road. Sitting directly behind Zach Michael. John Batista also in, Ben Gear behind him as well.
That isn't John Batista, that is Bink Lucas.
Oh, well, I was wrong then.
Batista had a pretty...
John Batista was in a really bad crash.
Yeah.
Oh.
He almost died today. But somehow the car kept running, so Bink Lucas took over. John Batista's in the local Pocono hospital.
Well, that's good to hear. At least he's not dead yet.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa! Look at this. New leader, John Tharp.
Let's get a replay on that.
Looks like they come out of the pits. Tharp's just going to try to stay coming out of the turn.
Brilliant looking inside coming out through. 17 went wide there, or 12 rather. And right on down the massive front straightaway, he goes into turn one with the lead.
Got a lot of cars back in this thing.
Absolutely huge day for Scott if he finishes up here. Major rebound.
All the way back to 7th.
Still shocked that Miller's running so well. Hanging around.
All you have to do is stay in the draft, get track position, and have good pit stops. This is what happens. It's not
Just a reminder that tonight's broadcast brought to you by Evan Williams Kentucky Bourbon. Or when you're too poor for Jack Daniels, pour yourself some Evan Williams.
back up front.
God, it's gonna be like lap 4 to go. So probably like lap 150, somewhere 150. And
it would just be crazy if a car just randomly stopped on the back straightaway with 8 laps to go, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Josh Bilicki clearly could have made it to the pits. Or at least off to an access road behind the wall, but he just like gets on the brakes. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because somebody paid him.
Was it Eric Jones?
Josh Bilicki and Cody Ware are just danger.
To themselves and others?
Yeah, and Derek Cope whenever he's racing, it's like, oh, get off the track.
If Rick Ware Racing shut down tomorrow, I'd be happy.
We'd have no more cautions.
It's a shame because Rick Ware was a really like talented independent, and now it's like, okay, your son needs to get off the track. Oh, we got a battle here. Battle for second. Rick Jackson gets by John Tharp. Zara looks to be pulling away again.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like the adjustments didn't quite go in the favor of John.
He's still hanging in there. Looks like the second pack has lost it a little bit.
King Joe Dawkins turning the wrenches on that car. Balco Lombardi, though. Rick Jackson up to second place. Neil Justice chasing his 6th win of the season with Tony Pizarro.
It would be the 5th win, sir.
5th win of the season.
Yeah, 5, you dunce.
He has 5 DNFs. That's what it is. I'm starting to understand why Craig is second in points.
Because he just sort of rides up near the front most of the time.
Like, even when he qualifies terribly, he runs well. Like at Kentucky, I think he qualified outside the top 20. Just like 3rd.
I don't know where he qualified, but he's in the back of the Foley's falling back a bit better, so is Dave Miller. Really up at the top 12. Everybody else is in the close.
I'm the only one noticing the hilarity that's going on in the chat.
I can't see the chat on the Xbox app, so I'm trying to figure out who it is that we know that's in the chat. This has got to be somebody we know, right? Nobody just watches Tony's streams.
It's definitely one of us.
New Millennium Racer.
It's gotta be.
I was thinking it might be Roderick.
Who else is going to find it?
Well, It's not Broderick. It was your guess turn.
Do what?
Then it's not Broderick, so it was your guess.
I mean, who the hell is really Tony's strings?
I don't know, some random dickhead.
Oh, that was my favorite movie. Race with Random Dickhead, you remember him?
Oh yeah. Great racer.
Tony, I'm not sure you know who Phil Villardi actually is.
Look at Craig. Holy crap.
Holy Craig!
He's coming. Went from 8th to 6th in 2 corners.
You know, when Spook Milliken said, "Hey, Craig, we can get the top 2," Craig said no.
For a second, I thought he was quoting a song.
But Spook said, "Craig, you got this. Drive the car." And Craig's doing just that.
He's taking that Trojan Condoms car straight to the front, hard as possible, penetrating through the field. No lubrication necessary. He's going for it.
And 0 chance of pregnancy.
Is on fresh rubber. Tony, your car is so dominant. Holy crap.
I think Rick's got his balance figured out. Right now, the top 3 in Craig.
Well, it helps when he stopped drinking his sponsor halfway through the race. I think that helped him a little bit.
Tony tried drinking his red socks, and it did not taste the same as the Crown Royal.
How do you drink a sock?
You melt it?
Well, I think the more important thing to point out here is the Crown Royal car is approaching the Pepsi car, and hopefully they don't come together because they'll make a perfect mixed drink.
Here we go.
Ricky Jackson to the lead.
To the inside. Gonna get held up by lap traffic here going down the Long Pond Straightaway into turn number 3. Rick Jackson right at the quarter panel on his door in turn number 3.
They are racing close. Pizarro has the Pepsi draft right in front of him.
Coca-Cola family driver.
Here we go! Go!
Drafting
go,
with
Make
Pepsi.
the move! Woo!
John Thorpe
Look
way
at
down
this.
low trying to make it 3 wide into turn number 1.
Oh, into the wall! No!
Oh, look at this. Rick ran him. What? Unbelievable.
Have you ever?
And we have problems.
Holy
No, I've never.
John Thorpe to the lead.
That is how you do it.
Unbelievable.
Take a look at that again.
21 laps to go. They did. Thank God you didn't get glued into the wall.
That's the way John Thorpe had to do, because we're having trouble passing. That was what he exactly had to do. Not his fault.
When you're racing for your 4th win.
He did force it, so it is his fault, but it was a necessary
It was a necessary move, correct. 30 to go, he's just kind of mired back. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Pizarro could have lifted. Rick could have really, well, not really.
Hey, he could have done something.
So, this is getting a great flag look to it tonight.
Yeah, Tim, you've actually fallen pretty far back.
pit stop. We'll get it right on the last stop.
They're just swapping like crazy. It could be.
Meanwhile, the Auto Valley Motorsports team is busy eating chicken tenders.
You can't pit right now. We're eating chicken tenders. Chicken tenders? That's not even what the movie said.
It looks like Rick has a little more damage than the 12.
Wrong movie, Tim.
So I'm wondering how much time he'll have to take on his next pit stop to fix it. Even the 12 has a little bit, so it's kind of interesting.
Unfortunately, they can't simply hit F9 and no damage repair, so
No, they cannot.
we will see.
Falco has not instituted the F9 button yet, but he is a great innovator and may do that soon.
Meanwhile, Pizarro is stuck behind the lap traffic here. They finally make a move down there. Now the top three are finally single file as they head down into turn number 2.
Looks like the 12 is not happy with the 44 teammates. Both have two of the fastest cars, getting aggressive.
Hopefully aggressive doesn't go around. Hey Tony, after this is done, would you guys watch a stream of NASCAR done the 2004 career mode? Thinking that was a fat no. Alright. First thing I gotta make sure it actually works on this
John Clark not getting away despite these two racing each other hard. Interesting.
However, we have a caution.
That 12 car is clearly the best car in the field right now.
Hey Glenn, the 101 team is telling us that if we park on the track and bring out the caution, they'll give us tires for 3 weeks.
Tell them that as a goal, we really need those tires. Sounds like we have some wheeling and dealing going around on pit road.
Didn't Penske tell Front Row Motorsports something like that? They're like, if you let us have this position, because it's the Richmond race, they're like, if you let us have this position, we'll really make it worthwhile for you tomorrow.
Yeah, that was the same race as the whole MWR thing. That whole race was messed up. Cheating everywhere.
Final pit stops.
Especially if the 101 team can get those tires that they seem to be planning on getting.
Yes, I am interested to see if anybody takes two.
Maybe even no tires, maybe just a quick splash and go.
I think a lot of them are going to take only 2.
Ooh, Tony Pizarro right up on the bumper of John Tharp there in turn number 2, heading down to turn number 3.
John Tharp is doing a good job zigzagging. Staying in the lead.
That sponsored pun is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
A sponsor pun brought to you by a different sponsor. Our plug for AutoZone was brought to you by Crown Royal.
It's not about quality. Wait. It is about quality.
Jackson's gonna make a move on the high side here. Oh boy.
Pizarro looking to make a move, heading down the straightaway into turn number 2. Side by side in the tunnel turn. Pizarro with a little bit of advantage coming down the long pond straightaway. Pizarro to the lead, the 44, giving Pizarro the bumper. Pizarro up a lane, he'll take the lead.
After all that fighting, Rick decides to help the 12. Looks like he might take the spot back in the car. So after all that, it's back to 12, 44, 14 again. Michael Henson getting in the way. Looks like he's going to try to pass the 14 as well.
Yeah, he's really fighting to get that lap back, but at what cost will that be to the leaders as we head down the back straightaway into turn number 2?
Check the tunnel, there's a lot of debris.
I'm waiting for it at any time.
I'm seriously waiting for it. The fact that he drove all the way around the track makes me think it's gonna come out. At least it wasn't a blown tire.
Greg Lee is pretty close right now.
Yeah, he's flying.
Oh man.
Tim McDonald's slowly making his way through the field. I see him back there in the top 10.
He's actually losing ground. He's 9th. Top 6 almost all day. Zach Miller dropping back to 11th.
Tyson Bond adjustments really didn't mesh well. 28 machine fell out of the top 10.
Meanwhile, Alex Crapser is having a very decent day in the top 10. Another good run for him.
Hanging in there, doing a good job.
That Pennzoil Chevrolet just seems to be hooking real well in turn 3 on that grip strip they laid down here.
Craig is like seriously catching the top 3.
Yeah, that whole conga line of draft is really paying off right now.
I'm just interested to see if he catches them before they all pit.
Meanwhile, Hoyser headed side by side through the tunnel turn. That could have been dangerous. My bad. The color commentator's drunk.
Oh yes, Craig Lee is catching. Are the tires finally gone?
I don't know, but Craig is really making a move on the top half of the field here. Meanwhile, Pizarro navigating lap traffic heading down into the turn.
Johnson's a strong lap car too. Take all his might to get by him.
You'd say the bite has venom. Product commonly found for approximately 99 cents at the most ghetto gas station in your neighborhood.
Haven't talked about him at all today, but currently sits in the 17th position in the point standings. Not a good season for that QSM car.
That's a great season for Dan.
That's a great season
Much better
for the QSM
season than
car.
Kevin Corbett in the Auto Value Motorsports Ford Fusion.
Worked his way into the top 30, currently 30th.
Apparently he's been packing the team extra sandwiches this week. Actual ham instead of bologna.
Oh man.
And we have some pitting.
Let's see how many tires the number 12 car takes.
Tim, how much have you played that game yet so far? I mean,
The children arrived at school scarred but
29
excited.
hours.
holy crap. Is it that much fun?
I'll jump in it for like 15-20 minutes and fuck around, and then I'll do something else. Like, it's a fun fuck around.
Yeah, I've been wanting to buy it for a while. I just didn't. I just might. Looking like Tony's gonna take 4 tires.
I think they might have fixed some of that damage there. I'm a little afraid that's going to have me come out pretty far back. Nobody else is getting it.
See if these fresh tires can be taken advantage of quickly. Watch the 11 here. Kevin LePage the field. Interesting race to win motorsports strategy split. Tony pits early. The other two stay out.
Oh!
I love hearing Tony go, oh, because it's going to be like another 10 seconds before I see what he's hoping at.
Yep, Tim McDonald coming down pit road.
Coming in with Zach Miller.
See what they do here. Just like he is taking 4 tires as well.
Right when that jack came down, he left. That's a good pit stop.
Here come Craig Lee.
Meanwhile, the pit crew on the 46 Ford are still struggling to find an air hose.
Is it like a garden hose, or is it a different, what you call that, not the diaphragm, what do they call that there, Jethro?
Accurate.
What is Kevin's random crew guy's name?
Something German. I don't remember. I have to pull up the word doc again. It's something.
We're going to see where Rick and Craig come out compared to the 12.
Spook Milliken with the call here. Let's see if pays off. They made any adjustments. Comes Tony. Still had a better stop than 101. Be racing teammate Rick Jackson.
Crew guys are Zane Thornton, Chester Roberts, and Giochino Quadracho? How do I pronounce that?
I believe.
Caravaci, whatever. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, my random crew guy's Italian.
I will be back in a moment.
Well, you do. How are you doing? Seriously, the Dodge
Yeah. Though I did prefer it as a Dodge.
A Doge.
Yeah. I look better on the Dodge, but then again, I also drive that exact model of Ford Fusion in real life now, so it's fitting.
Oh!
And Tony just had an orgasm.
Or someone died. One of the two.
Maybe he had an orgasm because somebody died.
Oh
my.
Keeps on trucking.
Truck.
Whoever's in the Lifesaver Chevrolet is coming into the pit just about causing a scene for everybody.
That would be Bink Lucas.
I am back.
Oh, you missed it. We had a 10-car pileup.
Dadgum.
Once there was an ugly race car.
Alex Crapser is still on the track.
Yeah, guys, I ran the numbers, and he cannot make it from here on fuel.
There's no way.
Unless he plans on coasting it for 5 miles.
I mean, he's going to be losing so much time. The longer he stays out, the worse it's going to get.
He actually might have came in just now. He came in last time. They just didn't score him yet.
Oh!
So he's all the way back to 10th.
Meanwhile, the 44 Crown Royal car is leading.
So, Tony, exactly what you said would happen happened. Your damage repair held you up that much shorter.
It did.
That much shorter.
I mean, that much longer.
And my,
That much shorter. That's,
my tires are also pretty messed up, or they're 2 laps older.
they're a little bit lopsided.
Look how, far both of you pulled ahead of John Tharp, though.
Oh yeah.
I think some of that might be down to Clark might have come out behind a slow car or without anybody at speed in front of them to draft off of them. I mentioned they came out with people to draft.
I believe we are at 11 to go, 10 to go.
If John Tharp can get going with Craig.
Or if I could get a yellow.
Yeah, or a yellow.
I'm still waiting for that debris caution. Hopefully it doesn't come.
For 2 to go wins the race.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And here's the man of not this hour, Alex Kretzer.
The man of the top 10.
How you doing, Brad?
Oh no, someone sliced open his vocal cord.
Brandon Reigns in the Yo-Dog Racing Machine, 34th in points.
Also 34th in this race. Mark Guthrie actually missed the race. First race he's missed all year, 36th in owners points. Not in it. That's going to be big for the 86 because that's going to pull him farther ahead in the owners points. Him and the 17 are...
Walt is actually going to probably take over the 35th position.
I think he'll be 36th because the 17 would be ahead of him.
You are correct.
The 12 able to get by Yo-Dog, no problem. Those older tires are going to be tough.
Yo-Dog out there running a OG Xbox sponsor still.
On a car from 2001.
Old race car.
I don't think Craig's going to get him. It's either going to be John Tharp or nobody.
I am noticing some very Arca-looking cars in the field.
Not since 1952's Dick Seymour has a car looked so good.
We fortunately got rid of one of the most Arca cars. The 65 Aloha snack bar car has been retired.
Hey, Jim, who's the Diet Dr. Kelp car?
Phil Parker.
Yeah, that one's pretty Arca.
Zach
It's
Michael?
at least on a Gen 6 and isn't Dodge decals on a Pontiac Jada.
Zach Michael and Steven Spears.
I mean, the auto value car's pretty Arca too.
Yeah. Zach, like, I feel bad, like, just ran right into that wreck with nowhere to
He
go.
was inches away from death, to be fair.
This
To
is
be
true.
fair,
I think he's pretty happy considering he died.
DNF would have been so bad.
A fatality would have been worse.
finish him.
Get over here.
Spears, you're actually pulling away from him.
It's okay, I'm about to text somebody here.
And the 65 is dumping Flex Seal all over turn 3. There is some added grip now.
I think the intention was to cause a spin out. It has not worked.
We did not intend on running VHT, but the Flex Seal car had other plans.
I think we're gonna get a fight for the win here in the last few laps.
Yes, it seems to be that the 12 is catching the 44.
22 past the 101. Don't count him out.
Although, as we say that, the gap goes out instead of in.
Honda VTEC says, hey, I'm leading the points for a reason.
I got better
Move.
fuel economy than you. I can go faster now.
The lone Honda in the field.
For good reason, because it's illegal.
That's illegal. The Vipers are fine.
Yes.
And the mix of Gen 4, 5, and 6 cars. That's okay. But God help you, you
Well, we
shall
gotta have
not.
field fillers, I mean... Sometimes you gotta call up the guys from the Arca bunch.
Field fillers have a Gen 4 and a Gen 6 racing each other for the win.
Well, that's what happens when you put a 454 in a Gen 4 car.
John Tharp is coming. 5 laps to go.
I don't think he can get there unless these two get side by side.
He's doing what now? Tell me he has Kleenex.
Man, do you have any slow turns and race cars with the 1 millimeters the last couple of laps?
I do not see the number 46 Ford anywhere near the leaves.
That's ironic because they're the first car in front of me. I'm very far ahead of when they pay attention.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Reverse!
Turns out my team put diesel fuel in the Snowco can.
Snow cone, yeah.
Snow cone. Jackson is setting the pace right now. Gonna be 3 laps to go, coming off at turn 3.
Yeah, it's time for Pizarro just to send it off into 3 on the last lap and put it on the fence.
I don't think Pizarro is even close enough to do that right now.
If you don't break, you'll hit something eventually.
I think he would gladly take the second place finish.
As opposed
In all
to a
honesty.
DNF.
Yes.
I think the 14's game, but not enough to get there anytime soon. It's gonna take something happening to have a chance to get there.
a shame because you're catching up pretty quick too.
Yeah, just on the laps. It was a 500-mile race, David.
Well, you got the oldest active driver in the series coming up on the leaders. Or the leaders are coming up to him. Whatever way you put it. Walt is there.
Whichever mental construct you prefer to envision for this metaphor.
Thanks for making it lame, Tim.
You're welcome. I am the expert in that.
No pressure.
He's actually going to catch Walt and Kevin.
You might catch these guys on the last lap.
Speaking of, we do want to remind you, today's final lap is brought to you by Auto Value Auto Parts. Service is the difference, we get it.
And the final turn is brought to you by the Aloha Snack Bar.
That's
and the checkered flag is brought to you by Diet Dr. Kelp.
Declare a holy war on hunger, the Aloha Snack Bar.
Be smart, be smart. Get around these guys clean.
Walt, plenty of respect for the other Elder Jackson.
Series veteran. Getting out of the way.
Watch out for a 46 car. He's about ready to wreck anybody that gets near him. 10-4.
Then he turns him, that'd be pretty fucking fine.
Yeah, it looks like the 22 had the car at the end, but ran out of laps.
Looks like the 46 is going to give you some room.
Wow.
And Pizarro just parked it behind the 46 for some reason.
It's been since Charlotte last year in the fall. The number 44 with one of the longest losing streaks of his career. Finally, coming off at turn 3, heading to the finish line, Rick Jackson is our winner at Pocono.
Hell yes!
Meanwhile, Kevin Corbett has fired his entire crew.
After
That's
finally
the
making
third
a race.
crew. That is the third crew he's been through in the last 2 weeks.
Final order is Rick Jackson, Tony Pizarro, John Tharp, Tim McDonald, Craig Lee, Matt Raboyne, Kevin Pettit, Johnny Reed Foley, Dave Miller, Alex Krapser, top 10. Scott
Holy
Jackson,
bounce
Zach
back.
Miller, Jonathan Scrabix, Ryan Hoiser, Randy, Tex, Bill, Aaron, Steven Spears, 19th, Tyler Scott, 20th. 21st, Dave Butterworth, last on the lead lap, Zach Michael. All these cars a lap down, Walt, Dan, Speedy, Lugster, 26th, Donald Stewart, 27th, Christian Torres, Scott Deutsch, Dale, Tony Bone. 31st, Adam, 32nd, Kevin Corbett, 33rd, Brandon Rains, 34th, Rob, 35th, Brandon, or Broderick, 36th, Michael, then Dalton, John Batista with Big Lucas at the wheel, 39th, Glenn Kaufman, 40th, Ben Gear, 41st, Alan Nesfetter, and last, Matthew Dominique.
He almost died. Like, it was a pretty bad
He's
wreck.
in a coma right now.
He's doing alright. He's just being observed still, watching the race on TV.
He'll be racing next week at Watkins Glen.
That's what they said about Tim Richmond.
He came back.
Yes, Spink finished second in the ARCA race last night.
It's a very good race. Bink knows what he's doing, you know. This is his wheelhouse. But damaged race cars are hard to drive, so there you go.
Who won the ARCA race? Philip Parker's cousin.